G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of the Prospectors Podcast. I'm Andy Lay. I'm here with my good mate Andrew Wilson. We're going to talk all things prospecting as always. How you going, mate?
Good, mate, stuff.
Pretty worn out, to be honest.
Yeah.
End of the gold season, you know what it's like.
I do, mate, I do.
I could blame that Metallica concert I went to a few nights ago, but...
Is that what we're blaming on as being a week late with this podcast?
Probably. Yeah, we're a week late. Sorry, guys. End of the season, getting out of the Palm is always hard, and then I had a music festival to go to, and it's taken me 2 days to get over it because I'm old. So,
I spoke to you after the Metallica concert. The day after we were supposed to record this, and he had his phone sex voice on, which was probably not ideal for a podcast. So we thought we'd give it a couple of days.
I was a bit croaky. I feel like I played a game of footy, to be honest, but worth it. It was awesome.
Awesome, mate.
So, all right, what are we going to chat about on this episode, mate?
Well, this episode, mate, we've got the new segment, which has had great response, which is Show Us Your Bits. I'm going to do an intro for it, guys, so just leave it with me. I'll get an intro done for Show Us Your Bits. We've got Stu on from Palmerville Station Campsite.
Yeah, so we've got a good interview there.
Good interview there, and we're going to talk about my experience up at Palmer and using the 7000 and all those things that you learn when you go to a new goldfield.
That's
and
right.
Use different tools.
Well, it was sort of your first big gold trip into a remote area, wasn't it? So you learn a lot, you saw a lot, and it was at the end of the year when things are winding down a bit too.
And getting hot.
Getting really bloody hot.
And we're also going to cover a little bit just our opinions and what we've learned on the Goldmonster 2000. So stay tuned for that. I know a lot of you guys ask a lot of questions about the new GM2000. We're just going to give an opinion on it.
Yep.
That's all we're going to do. Not going to give you technical specs or anything like that. We're just going to tell you what we've learned from people that have used it and what we think.
And, I mean, the photos are all over social media at the moment. It's hard to open your phone without seeing Goldmonster sort of articles or content. So there's plenty of information out there. And, yeah, we'll just cover what we've seen and what we've heard as well.
Yeah, for sure. So that's pretty much what we got coming up for you on this episode. But let's recap what we've been doing.
All right. Well, I guess really what I want to know from you is, like, we went up to the Palmer.
Yep.
We hit a gully first, and we got a few nice nugs out of it, and then we hit flatter ground as well. You were using the 7000 for that whole run.
Yep.
How'd you find it, mate?
Surprisingly, a lot easier machine than I was expecting to use. Like, all the things I've heard over the years about 7000 weren't really true in a lot of ways. Like, the weight and everything. If you've got the machine set up correctly, I was using a bungee. I'm not going to say I was swinging it one-handed. You know, that would be painful.
And you did have a 12-inch coil on there.
I had a 12-inch coil and a swing arm, and I had a bungee. I could swing that thing all day.
Yep.
No problems at all.
And how about when you're in real tight gullies and those sort of areas?
It's not ideal. Your coil size, being the big round 12-inch coil, and the 12 inch is a small one.
Yeah.
And your swing arm and your bungee, and you're attached to that machine the whole time. So when you're going up the side of gullies, the side of washouts or into rock falls in gullies and that, it's not ideal to get in there. It'll suffice, but I would much rather have the 6 in my hand.
The 6 is just so much more agile. Like when it comes to being able to tilt the coil or put the nose in or do a sidewall or reach up and do high up on the bank, it really is just so much more lighter and agile.
Well, we proved that in one spot near the end there where I walked up a gully, I leapfrogged you and walked up a gully. You followed me and got 2 bits of gold behind me that I couldn't get with the 7 because I could not get the coil into where that gold was.
Yep.
And I would never have found it. It wasn't a lack of me not actually putting my coil over it. It was the fact that I couldn't get that machine and that coil into that spot to find that gold.
That's right. Yeah. All detectors are horses for courses, of course. You use the best detector and coil for the conditions you're working with. And, I mean, the 6000 and 7000, they're top of the tree. They're the two best detectors in the market, hands down.
By a long way.
And having those 2 detectors there are great. But then at the end, you found your first patch.
I did, yeah.
Which was really great. It was a
awesome,
great day.
Yeah. Nice open ground.
Yep.
Where the 7000 is the best machine by far to use.
Yeah, big,
flat, open ground. Yeah.
You get those nice big sweeps
swings
coil.
You can grid it out, and you know you've covered every square inch. What did we pull between us? 30, 30 grams?
About that, yeah.
About 30 grams?
Yeah, about 30 grams, yeah.
Off 2 cricket pitches?
Yeah, probably, yeah, about 2 cricket pitches, maybe a little bit wider. They were a bit spread out, actually. But
for you guys listening in the States, half a baseball diamond. There you go.
Yeah, so that's about 37,000 frozen chooks end to end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. In frozen chooks and inches.
No, look, it wasn't a very big area, and the gold was spread out, but the 7,000, of course, I've also got my 7,000 set up for big, deep gold only, because I've got the 6,000 for small, shallow gold and the 7,000 for the big, deep stuff. In saying that, the 3 biggest nuggets I found this year, including the big poo nugget, which was quite deep, and that 17 grammer, were all found with the 6,000.
Yeah.
But then when I'd go back over a patch with my 7,000, nearly every time I'd pull 2 or 3 nuggets that the 6 missed, and usually they were a 3 to 8 gram size nugget too. They were a decent bit of gold.
Yeah.
So in combination, the 6 and the 7, doesn't matter what gold field you're on.
No, that's right. In combination. And once I found out, worked out that I was on a patch, I called Andy in on the radio. I was halfway through my grid of doing the area. He came along behind me with the 6 and picked up those smaller pieces, real small stuff that the 7 didn't get.
Yep.
And then between us, on that first day, I think we're about even 8 grams each or something.
I think you had a bit more than me. I only end up with about 7.5.
Yeah, okay. And I think I had just under 9 on the first day, and then we went back and cleaned it up the next day.
Cleaned it right up.
Got about the same.
It was a good ounce patch, which is, in this day and age, that's a pretty good honey hit.
Not bad, yeah.
And just nice nuggets too. There was a lot of 2-3 gram stuff, clunky gold. It wasn't.
Yeah.
We found way more 2 and 3 grammers than we did sub-gram nuggets.
Yeah.
So, but it was a really good trip. I mean, I think we put away a couple of ounces over that week or so.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic. And then after you headed off, of course, I did a bit more prospecting. And I got onto a couple of good runs. I went back to one really good gully and hit a high run of specimens right up high on a high terrace all by himself. And they're in acid cooking away at the moment. But, so that was a good little run to end off the year. I mean, I went back, basically did 3 weeks where I was working 4 to 5 hours a day because it was too hot to work anymore. Yeah. And I pulled nearly 4 ounces. Yeah. It was a fantastic run. Palmerville can't be denied. It's still producing gold consistently.
There's plenty of gold up there.
Which is good because Palmerville's one of our sponsors now too. So they're helping sponsoring the podcast, and we will be doing a giveaway at some stage in the next week or 2. So keep an eye on my Facebook page because this time we've got heaps of stuff to give away. There's pay dirt from Matt Graham-Buey in Northern Territory. I've got some...
That's Terra Ranger, guys.
Yeah, Terra Ranger. I've got some clip-on items that they clip onto your 6,000, then your scoop clips into them, and we've got a free weekend pass to Palmerville Station for 2 people.
That's gold in itself, isn't it?
That's real gold.
That's real gold. That is, yeah. So if you ever wanted to get up there and didn't want to commit to a full month or whatever up there, a weekend pass up to Palmerville, that's can I enter?
No, you can't enter. You've already had your free pass up there. I got you free 2 weeks on Palmerville.
Is that all I'm worth?
We'll talk next year. More advertising, mate.
More advertising? More sponsors, no.
And the weekend pass will be for a cabin too. So you'll be able to jump in a cabin, air conditioning, access to all the gold fields. Yeah, it'll be really, really good prize for someone. So keep an eye out on my Facebook page. I will be dropping some more hints. At this point in time, I don't know exactly where we're doing it, but it is coming.
All going to plan. We'll both be there for that too.
Hopefully. Yeah. We're good at making plans. It's
keeping them.
It's the follow through is the problem.
It's hard. It is hard.
We're prospectors at heart, mate.
That's right. And we're in a big state.
Yeah.
And we're not exactly around the corner from each other.
Not at all. About a 3-hour drive this morning, and that was on Saturday morning with no traffic.
Yeah. So very good. Now the other thing I want to reiterate about that trip up there, obviously I've thanked you and I'll thank you again for having me up there. It was great, mate. I learned so much. That place is so rugged. People say, the outback or the hills in Melbourne or the rainforest in here or you got nothing on this place. It's and you can't explain it until you've been there and witnessed it.
That's right.
you can't put it into words.
How tough it is.
It is so tough.
The heat is just relentless to the point where, if people in North Queensland, I'm sure you all know that there's the Tropo Madness or the Mango Madness, which is, just living and working in extreme heat consistently for so long can send people a little bit loopy. So there's just no escape from how tough the place is on every angle. From walking the ground to digging the dirt to just surviving day to day in that heat.
I could not believe it didn't matter where you dug, whether you were in the gully, on a terrace, on a top of a ridge, every single pitch swing hurt.
Yep.
It's just tough. Everything up there is tough. You've got ants biting you. You've got scorpions coming out of your holes. You've got triantulas coming out of your holes.
You've got the old death adder having a crack.
You've got death adders cracking. I don't even know if I've told everyone about that. I don't think I even covered it in my video. It was, I think, day one or two.
Day one.
Yeah. Day one. I was up in front of Andy up a gully and went up into a washout where the coil would fit, and it was grassy. And I put my coil in there, no signal. And as I sort of backed it out, something whacked the coil. I was like, that was weird. And then it whacked it again. So I moved the coil out the way, and there's a death adder striking the coil that I had over the top of it. So I politely walked around and left him alone.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of death adders.
In those last few weeks up there, I had a brown snake encounter.
Yep.
Fairly close encounter too. He just shed his skin, but then I got stalked by those 6 dingoes as well.
Yeah.
Which didn't concern me a great deal because they were pretty wary too.
Yeah.
But I made sure I stayed close to trees because I was about to go full monkey and climb a tree at any given moment. But yeah, they stalked me around. I mean, it's just the Palmer. It's full of stories. It makes stories for you.
I think the dingoes up there are dingoes too.
The proper dingoes.
They're proper dingoes. So they would worry me a little less than, say, the doggos down in Warwick.
That's right.
Those doggos down in Warwick are 10 times the size of a dingo.
Yep.
And fearless.
Yeah. They're big, scary dogs.
Big, scary dogs.
Yeah.
Big, scary dogs. We had a couple of dingoes run through camp up there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
A couple of cheeky ones.
Yeah.
And they're pretty small dogs. They're not big, savage Cujos. But then you add your snapping handbags to that up there as well.
Yeah, that's right.
You got your snapping handbags and your pigs. We saw a few pigs up there. You've been chased by a few.
Shout out to Andrew Waitman, who got charged by a bull at Mount Madden there a few months ago, getting over his broken ribs and stuff. So, it does happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a whole headphones thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That was another thing with that 7000, getting used to the module and the earphones.
Wearing the earbuds and the module.
Yeah.
So you're not connected to the detector, but you're connected to that module all the time.
Well, you're connected to the detector in a way that, with the bungee and your swing arm and that.
Yeah.
I did manage to break Andy's 7000 while I was up there.
You'd lend a bloke a bit of gear and he just treats it like that.
Just over my leg. No, so we're talking about the gullies with the 7000. I was walking up a creek bed and on the left swing, got the head caught into some vine. Now, the vines up there are
rubber vine.
They don't break.
Mm.
So the head got caught. I went over, did a purposeful forward somersault into the creek so that I didn't damage the detector. Stood up and realised I still had the swing arm in my hand. That's supposed to be attached to that thing. So quick bush fix and it was back on track. But just those little things, and you've got to be prepared up there, guys.
That's why you carry backups.
If you don't have the bush fix up your sleeve, you need backups. Like, don't go up there with one skid plate and one swing arm.
One bungee cord.
One bungee cord. It's not, you're going to, day 3, the place is that harsh and, just the rocks. Like, if you're walking on fresh burnt ground, the side of the hill is deadly.
It's slippery.
Those rocks just come out from under your feet.
Yep.
I'm lucky I didn't take any big tumbles, but managed to break a swing arm,
But, I mean, and that goes for any gold field too, really. If you're going away anywhere, just have a spare swing arm, have 2 or 3 skid plates, have a spare bungee cord, have heaps of electrical tape, have all that stuff you're going to need because too far to the shops to buy a $10 item you should have brought before you came.
Yeah, John. Yeah, way too far to drive to the shops.
Yeah. So, but I was using the 6000 up there, of course, and, I mean, it's hard to knock that machine now. I've been using it for a couple of years straight, and let me tell you, man, that thing doesn't miss much gold.
Now,
hardly
you know,
any.
for anyone who hasn't seen your videos, which I'm pretty sure is nobody, you don't have a bungee, you don't have a swing arm with your 6000. You swing it on your arm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was one day there where you might have been, I don't know, having a nap, and I commandeered your 6000 and your buggy.
Yep, that's right.
And I took off for the afternoon, and I literally could swing that 6000 for 15 minutes. I had to change arms.
Funny old world, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've got carpal tunnel. I've been a tradie most of my life. I've got carpal tunnel, which with the 7000, with the swing arm and the bungee, no problem. 15 minutes with that 6000. I think it was just the angle. You know, you don't when you steal someone's detector, you don't change the setup. I'm not going to start adjusting arm grip lengths and all of that, you know. So I just left it the way Andy had it. It might have just been the angle, but I literally 15 minutes with that 6000. I was swapping arms. I would lose feeling and drop the detector. So if when I do get my 6, I will probably get a swing arm or a bungee to go with it as well, just in case, like for those long days, open ground or whatever. I think it would be beneficial to do that. So keep it in mind if you think, well, I'm going to get a 6 because it's lighter than a 7. It may still require accessories.
It doesn't hurt. Bungee cord and a swing arm, they're not expensive.
No.
And you can always take them off again if you don't need them. Because what I found at first is you do need them. But then if you're going to, after a month, you're tough to it, you're fit to it, and you can probably take the bungee cord or the swing arm off.
Yeah.
At first, it's good to have those few items. But let's talk about the new detector on the market, eh?
You've done a me.
Oh, that's right at the bottom. Well, we'll go that one.
We're going here.
Okay. Sorry, Stu.
Now we've been talking about the Palmer, because I thought it'd be a good segue. Geez, our run sheets are good, aren't they?
We're on the ball.
We're on the ball. We wrote it 10 minutes ago.
We've had all month.
We got Stu in. Now, for those of you who don't know who Stu is, he caretakes the campground up at Palmerville at Cannibal Creek.
Yep.
So he does all the maintenance, does everything.
Does everything.
Yep.
And Andy do
absolutely everything. Yep.
But if you want to know about the Palmer, then this little interview with Stu is going to be just what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So take it away, big fella.
Enjoy this, guys. Here's Stu from Palmerville Campgrounds.
G'day everyone and welcome back. This is our sort of interview with Stewie at Palmerville Station Campgrounds. So how you going, mate?
Yeah, well, Andy,
Thanks
really
for being here.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, look, mate, first thing I want to say, this veranda we're sitting on, this bloke built it, and I'm highly impressed because the view from here is just magic. So, Stewie, tell us your story, mate. How'd you end up on Palmerville Station?
Oh, well, bit of an adventure, I guess. Me and the missus decided to get on the road and do some travelling. Up in Cooktown and always wanted to come out here and have a look, but was a bit worried about what people say about the place, being a wild sort of part of the world, which it is, but from a dangerous perspective, no, it's not, So met you, Palm River Roadhouse, didn't know who you were, what you're about, but you told us to get out here, so we did. We come out and spent a month and fell in love with the place, basically.
And that's what happens at Palmerville, isn't it? Like, this place changes people's lives.
Oh, mate, yeah, it surely does. It's, it's such a grounding place to be. You can leave all the BS from the cities behind you and just concentrate on sort of, whether you need to get your head right or just, improve your prospecting. Yeah, it's a crazy place and we love it so much.
So, mate, how long have you been prospecting, or how long have you been prospecting before you found yourself on the Palmer?
Probably nearly 6 years now.
Yep.
But first part of that was just panning. I think, like most people, you start off panning,
right,
doing a little bit of sort of sluicing at home, taking dirt home, doing some sluicing, and eventually sold my house and just, said, bugger it, I'm buying myself a 6.
Good one, mate.
And,
went all in.
Yeah, went all in from the start and actually come to the Palmer without ever having swung my machine. And I sort of had to learn the hard way, which I think sort of sets you in good stead for your prospecting years to follow. And walked away with 10 grams on my first sort of month there. I was stoked. And, yeah, she just snowballed from there.
10 grams on the Palmer, mate, that's a pretty good effort first time. Because as we know, there's no flat ground in this country. You're either going uphill or downhill.
Yeah.
No in between.
Definitely. No, it's full mountain goat country, but I guess that gives longevity to this place.
That's what makes the Palmer too. That's why we're different from every other goldfield.
Definitely.
It's tougher. The country here is tough, but rewarding as well.
Yes.
But just so beautiful, and I don't know, it's so unique. There's nowhere else like the Palmer.
No, there's really not. And I think everyone who's into gold sort of really has to come up here and experience it. We're 250 odd years old as a country. We're very history poor, so our history actually does divert into a lot of the gold fields, the early gold rushes, and our country was built on this, mate. Gympie, Queensland was about to go broke, as we know.
Yep.
And then they discovered gold in Gympie.
Yep.
And the story was we had 10 pound in the bank or something, and just set us up.
Yeah. They nearly got us. New South Wales nearly got us, mate.
They tried.
Gympie, the town that saved Queensland. But I agree. I love the history of our goldfields,
Yes.
and there's no richer history than where we're sitting right now.
Big time.
Yeah. So, what's the plans for Palmerville sort of moving forward, mate?
Well, we got a really good boss. He's very innovative in his ideas, and he's given me a bit of latitude to make some improvements in the place. He's put trust in me as a builder to have a little vision and try and work in with his vision. So we want to be doing some sort of duplications of our miners' huts. We'd like to double the amount that we have. We've got 3 currently. So ideally, we'd have 6 huts up and running. I'm not going to say that they'll be ready for the start of next season, but we're definitely moving in the right direction. I say it in my posts that I do. The way to experience the Palmer, in my view, you either need to be here for a month just to get a feel for the place. But the season pass, it's just something that it's not really offered anywhere else in Australia or any other goldfields. And the opportunity to live out here, the opportunity to learn and not put pressure on yourself to have to find the gold straight away. You've got time to ease into it, to find your spots, and then obviously expand on that. So, season pass holders, mate, we're just working through that at the moment.
Just for the guys at home that aren't from Queensland, we do have a lot of interstate and overseas listeners and viewers. Just explain how the season pass works. What does it get you? How does it get you on here? What are you entitled to?
So season pass holders obviously gives you access for 365 days, all right? So you are here from the moment the season opens, you have access, and you are good to go until the rain chases us out at the end of the year. So access to the property, you can come and go as you please. You become an integral part of our community up here. You get access through Frank's Gate, which gives you a little bit smoother of a ride to some of down to the good places like Mount Madden and Greasy Bills and whatnot. So, and I guess, there probably comes a little bit of prestige with being a season pass holder up here, as opposed to just I don't like the term weekend warriors, but I think, there is definitely a bit of prestige. And I actually, as a manager of this place, for me, there's an element of prestige in being able to do what I do here as well. So, it's just a really good option to come and hunt the gold and not put pressure on yourself, basically.
And where can people find online?
Mate,
buy a season pass. How do they get on there and get themselves a season pass?
Just jump on to our website, Palmerville Station Camping Grounds. All the phone numbers and everything are there. You'd give my missus Mandy a tingle, mate, and she'd point you in the right direction.
Yep.
There's, we've got plenty of options. We got guys who'll pay a deposit on their season pass and then pay us off in gold for the rest of the costings.
Yep.
We got plenty of guys that pay up front. So we've got a bit of flexibility there in regards to that payment element. Given that it is, we're at 3,800 next year. So, we try and work in with everyone, understand, the financial restraints that a lot of people have, and just try and give everyone the opportunity, mate, at the end of the day.
Yeah, now, mate, I've been here three days. and almost have enough gold in 3 days to cover a season pass.
Yes.
So I don't think that's an outlandish price by any stretch of the imagination for a season pass up here. I think that is worth every cent.
Yeah, I agree, mate, and appreciate your comments in regards to that, because it could be quite easy to go, nearly $4,000. But like I said the other day, it's basically half an ounce of gold, and you're in the game, and everything else after that's sort of in your back pocket, you know.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I know when I first came here, they set that price because that's how much an ounce of gold was worth at the time, and it hasn't budged. Like, gold's going up exponentially, and the price here has basically stayed the same. I mean, I think actually your missus summed it up best when she said, the gold's not in the ground, it's in the people.
100%.
And that's the thing about the Palmer. You're going to come here and meet some characters. You're going to meet true gold prospectors that live and breathe it. You're going to meet, the grey nomads coming through, young blokes fresh to the game, keen as to learn what they're doing. You're going to meet people that are just starting their journey with the pan and the sluice. Like, we've got the whole box of chocolates here, don't we?
We do, mate, and it sort of, it gives everyone, no matter what your level, an opportunity to find a bit of Palmer gold, and yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
And at the end of the day, you can go and catch a barra, maybe some red claw, terrapin, or just enjoy the beautiful tropical north. That's why I love this place, mate.
Yeah, mate, it's pretty special.
You're going to see things out there that, unless you've been up here before, you've never seen before in your life. Yesterday we were up a gully, and it just, the orchids, the wild orchids on the trees, the remnants of that tropical era that was here, still there in some of those gullies, some of the best swimming holes you'll ever find in your life.
Wildlife for days.
And gold nuggets.
Yeah.
If
you're into bird watching, I wouldn't recommend a better place.
Bird watcher's paradise up here,
It's got everything. All right, Stewie, well, we'll better let you get off to work.
Yeah, appreciate it, mate.
I got one more thing before we take off. Okay. We got up here on Friday, and there was a campfire damper night.
Yeah.
Andy had a bit of a chat to everyone here. I've got to say, there's a real sense of togetherness, community up here. Like, everyone comes together. So if you are new in the game, to come up here and sit around the campfire on the weekend with 30 other prospectors, doesn't matter what their level is, everyone was so willing to give information that it gives this place something that no other goldfield has. Because you can't go down to Warwick and sit around with 30 prospectors, because they're all spread through the bush and not allowed to camp on the GPA. So it is something very different up here, guys. It's something you need to experience. If you're into prospecting, you want to find some gold, and you want to learn from other prospectors that have been here and done it in a very, very rugged place. This place is no joke. It's rugged. So,
yeah, I couldn't agree more, mate. Like, that is what makes Palmerville. It's the community, and it's because we're so remote. We all rely on each other.
Yeah.
If I get stuck out in the bush, it's one of these people here that's coming to rescue me, and vice versa. And that's why we are a community.
Yeah.
Righto, guys. Thanks for our chat, and we'll have plenty more coming up. See you
later.
All right, there you go, guys. So thanks to Stu for coming on. Great little chat. Hope it gives you a bit more insight into Palmerville Station and the campgrounds there at Cannibal Creek. I'm going to put a link in the description below to the Facebook page and how to contact me, Andy and Stu, if you want to get a season pass, or you want to book a weekend or a week, or whatever you want to do up there, a cabin. So all that information will be in the description below. So a big shout out to Palmerville Station, obviously a sponsor as well.
Yeah. And look, as far as season passes go, and that's the pass that gives you 12 months access to the station, there's not many left. Next year's season pass quota is just about done already. So if you want a season pass, don't dilly-dally. Get on to Manny and Stu and get yourself one, because if you leave it too much longer, you won't get it on.
Yeah. And just to give you an idea, the price of the season pass, I found that in gold in my first 6 days there.
Yeah.
I would have covered a season pass in my first 6 days. Now, I've never been to that goldfield before. Granted, I was with Andy, but let's be honest, Andy and I would catch the buggy to a location and they go our opposite ways.
Yep.
I wasn't following him around in the bush. We were finding our own places and going off in our own ways. And when I found that patch, I called him in, and if he was doing whatever, we had the radios, but otherwise, we were off doing our own thing. So for someone who's never been up there before, and I could cover a season pass in 6 days with a detector, it's well worth doing. Don't think that it's a big outlay or anything, because, in my opinion, it's very cheap.
Yeah. I mean, when they first put those season passes down, it was equivalent to an ounce of gold.
Yep.
So you're paying an ounce of gold to get on the station.
Yep.
Now you're paying half an ounce of gold to get on the station.
Yeah.
So it really is quite cheap.
Oh, it is quite cheap, yeah.
Yes.
And
So,
all the facilities and everything up there.
look,
it's
you got your
brilliant,
internet, you got all your showers and
Yeah.
water and
You've got a
everything
little
you
store
need.
there. And
It's a little community there.
It is
Everyone
great,
looks
yeah.
out for each other and takes care of each other.
meet some great people. Well,
Yeah.
we met some great people.
We really did.
Yeah.
And one next year, I'm going to spread out a bit. I'm going to head to Northern Territory and WA for a swing next year. Now that life sort of opened up a lot for me, and I haven't got dickhead camera crews chasing me around anymore. It's life's a lot easier, and can actually show my real prospecting adventures, of course, as well. So that's fantastic. So, but I will be at Palmerville next year again, no doubt that. But it may not be for the whole year, of course.
Yeah.
So what about Matt's Crevice and Tools? We've got to give a shout out to that lad.
We do. We always got to shout out Matt, don't we?
Yeah.
I think we've given Palmer a shout out. So
Matt's Crevice and Tools. His tools are the best prospecting tools I've ever used, and there's really not much else to say. If you want quality prospecting tools, get on to Matt.
Yeah. That's it. You know his website, mattscrevicetools.com.au. So jump on there. We always support Matt.
Now, can I talk about the Goldmonster?
No.
Oh, right. Of course, I'm way ahead of the program here.
He just wants to go back to bed.
It's been a long few days. I'm body sore. That said, I couldn't break into a run if I tried right now.
Now, you don't see me do this very often, guys, with a bit of paper, but I've got to for this one. Show us your bits. Here we go. So this is our first instalment of Show us your bits. You can do the first one, mate.
Yeah, why not? Righto. So we got Jason Alderman from the Warwick Goldfields, my old stomping grounds, mate. Now he's got 3 nice bits of gold and a fantastic collection of junk.
Great collection of junk.
Really good effort, mate.
Yeah.
Like
Well
the
done,
fact
mate.
you dug that many bits of gold and that many bits of junk, perseverance, bro. Well done. You deserve every one of those bits of 3 gold.
Do the next one too.
Righto, and then we got Jacob Lyons.
Yep.
That's reading your writing properly.
And you're doing well.
Thank you. Golden Triangle, Vicky, and it's a little sapphire.
Yeah.
So now it's probably not the most common ground in the world to find a sapphire. Quite a nice little blue.
Yeah.
So well done, mate. A little bit of a rare find. Good
Now,
job.
I've got to do the next one.
Yep.
Otherwise, it'll be weird.
Yep.
All right. So Jake, he's just gone full time as a prospector up at Claremont. Been doing it 5 years now.
Yep.
And his main inspiration for going full time was watching you, mate.
That's good. That's something I really enjoy. If it's inspiring people, as all my page does, then it's doing its job, mate.
So that's his gold from 2 months. So well done to Jake for that, mate, because 2 months' worth, that's worth the digging. I had a bit of a chat to him via email backwards and forwards, and great story, great guy. He's also got a channel, so Unearthed Prospecting. So Unearthed Prospecting, I'll drop a link in the description below for that as well. That could be our nugget drop shout out as well. So like what I did there, just rolled it into two. Just rolled it into two.
Nice,
Pretty good in that.
streamlined.
Streamline. That's what I like to be streamlined. You can tell
I'm getting
by
through
this.
it as quick as I can.
I think
mate.
I'm going to show that. That's what our run sheets look like.
Now you're giving away the secrets.
No one can read that.
I know. I did struggle.
So thanks, Jake. Great to see you out there doing it up in Claremont, mate. You're getting hot up there now, mate. I don't know how much longer you'll last up there.
Yeah.
Oof. Unearthed Prospecting. Guys, if you want to be part of Show Us Your Bits, we want you to be part of Show Us Your Bits.
Absolutely.
I'll drop a link in the description to my email, anothergoldprospector@gmail.com. Just send us your images. If you want to give me a backstory, we love a backstory as well. Doesn't have to be gold. It can be rocks. It can be crystals. It can be gems.
Old bottles, coins,
anything
whatever.
you find. Show us your junk pile. Don't matter.
Yep.
Still bits. So show us your bits. Everyone's bits are different, aren't they? So all over the world, guys in the US, England, anywhere you come from that watch. I look at our analytics and we've got a few internationalists.
Oh, good.
So
That's good.
Yeah, the States follow us quite a bit, and a couple of guys in New Zealand. And
Yeah, but actually, New Zealand really does follow me quite a lot online in this. I'm hoping to make it over there this summer and get down to that South Island and see some of these.
I've got your long johns.
But anyway, I'll survive. If it hasn't
I
killed
don't know.
those Kiwis,
I know
it's
if
not
it's-
going to kill me.
I know, mate. I've seen you in 20 degrees.
Yeah, that's, yeah, 28's jumper weather. We know that.
So there, show us your bits. I think we'll make something a bit of fashion or something.
Yeah, a bit of an intro.
So there, show us your bits. All right, go on.
Now I can do it.
Go on.
the Goldmonster 2000. We've all been watching it online. Quite a few people we know have already got it. And let me tell you, that machine is doing everything Minelab said it was going to do. Absolutely everything. It is hitting small gold like no tomorrow. I'm actually getting sick of seeing photos of all the Goldmonster users and all the gold they're getting right now. They are just, and it's often not big gold, it's just small gold, but with the price of gold, if you're a hobbyist and that, you've got a $4,000 spending limit on your detector, there'd be no doubt what detector I'd get. That Goldmonster is popping nuggets out left, right and centre right now.
Yep. So let's talk about that. Its price point. It's around the $3,000 retail.
3,800, I think.
Yeah.
Might be more. I could be
Is
wrong.
it? I think it's a bit less than that.
I've been in the bush for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was a big concert.
You can pick them up for that 3 to 4 range. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And for what I've seen, the mineralised ground it's working on, the gold that it's popping out of places that 6,000s have been over, that 7,000s have been over, the Goldmonster 1,000s have been over, I think it's definitely got its place in the range of detectors.
Oh, no doubt.
And solidified its place as a usable machine.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I'm going to say is, for someone like yourself, would it be something you'd have in your arsenal?
Oh, look, it might be something I have in my arsenal, but it wouldn't be my go-to detector.
So why's that, mate? Let's explain why.
I don't think it'd put enough weight in my jar at the end of the day.
Yeah. So the difference is, you've got to understand, when you're using a 6,000, a 7,000, you're using the best of the best. You're getting the biggest gold possible that's in the ground at any given time when you walk over it.
Yep.
So to do that, to dig one hole, to pull 6 or 8 grams out of one hole in 10 minutes, say, to get that 6 or 8 grams with a GM2000 for you in your gold fields that you and that I go to as well, is going to take you days.
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah.
Quite possibly days. Now that's a hard way of putting food on the table for you.
But it's still a viable option. If I didn't, like, I'm on the Palmer, so I've got fresh ground.
Yeah.
But if I was somewhere where I didn't have fresh ground, all I had was my old ground.
Yeah.
And I brought that detector, I'd make a living with it.
Yeah.
Now, it mightn't, at the end of the year, I wouldn't have the same weight as when I'm strumming new ground with a 6 or a 7.
Sure.
But I'd still be getting a lot of gold. So once again, as I always say with detectors, it's horses for courses. And if that's the best horse for your course, then go and buy it and use it.
Yeah.
But as far as hobbyists go, like if you're just heading out in the gold fields every weekend or once a month or school holidays,
perfect machine.
Great little
perfect machine.
Light, agile, easy to use, fantastic on specimens, old mullet heaps and that. Jump on them with the GM. If there's a big bit of quartz in there with a little tiny bit of gold, it'll get it.
Yeah.
And you can't deny it. I mean, I've been just watching people putting up photos every day of 30 or 40 little nuggets they've found.
Yeah.
And if they've done that every day for 10 days, they're earning the right money.
Yeah.
They're not going backwards, that's for sure. And while you may not be popping a 2 ounce or a 2 foot with a Goldmonster, you're still going to gather a lot of weight. And if that's the only detector you've got, you could quite easily use it until you could afford a 6 or a 7 and then go back to your spots where you did well with the Monster and extract a large deep gold then.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, I think it's definitely got its place in the market.
Me too.
I think it is the perfect machine for those that can afford it. There's still guys that's still a little bit out of reach for the weekend guy or girl, to go out there and spend $3,000-$4,000 on a machine. But if you can afford it, I wouldn't buy anything else.
Yeah.
If that's your budget, that's your limit. I think it's a perfect machine for that.
Look, I haven't got one in my collection now, but it wouldn't surprise me if I end up with one in my collection.
Yeah.
Because I really do think that it has got its place. And no doubt at the end of the year, I'd get a lot of gold with it if it's all I use. Because I find detectors are a bit like fishing. If you want to try out a new fishing technique, you've got to leave all the other techniques at home and just use that technique for a week. And then you get a good gauge as to whether this is actually working. You get better at it. You get to understand, the noises that's coming out of the machine and what you're hearing and what you're listening to. So that's the way I work. If I'm going to go a new setting with a new coil, I'll run it for 2 or 3 days to really try and press home the point of, is this working? Is this making me a better prospector or not?
Sure.
And I think the Monster has real merit in that regard. And what I like though is exactly what Mind Lab said it was going to do.
It's
it
doing
does.
it. Yeah.
And that's what I like. Yeah.
I think the other thing it's going to fast track for people is with your 6,000, your 7,000, and even with the 5 and 450 and all of that. To this day, you still say 1,000 hours on that machine.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Goldmonster fast tracks that for a lot of people.
I think so.
Because it's so simple in what it does, and it's so sensitive. It's going to fast track you to find gold. Not big gold,
No.
but gold. And for the weekender, they don't have that time to put in for that 1,000 hours to get to know that machine. So if they're going to go out there and start finding gold weekend 1 or 2 or 3, that's a lot more rewarding than going,
Absolutely.
all right, I'm not going to find gold for the first 9 months because that's how many weekends I need to get to my 1,000 hours.
Yeah, and especially because the hobbyists aren't in it to make money.
No.
They're just in it to find
some gold.
Find some gold.
Keep the wife happy when they get home.
Keep themselves happy.
Keep themselves happy. Just get out there and clear the head.
That's right.
So,
the Monster's more likely to bring you home gold right now than any other detector on the market.
Because it's new.
I'm telling you, if you've got a gold Monster and you go to a well-known gold field and you swing that coil in the right spots, you're coming home with gold.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Different technology, different coil, different everything. So every time it happens, every time a new detector comes out from Mind Lab,
that's right.
Gets new gold on old ground.
You bet.
Gets new gold on old ground every time. So hopefully Mind Lab just keep pumping them out for us so we keep getting new gold on old ground.
That'd be good.
New segment, man. New gold on old ground.
Alrighty, well that's about us, eh?
So what's happening, mate, over summer? What are your plans?
I'm going surfing.
So am I.
Lots.
I won't be going lots. I look too much like a seal.
No, I've got some prospecting in mind too, of course. There will be plenty of catch-ups, some modern prospecting giveaways. I'll still, hopefully, I'll get a chance to drop into some gold festivals like the Olden Gold at Warwick in December, and I might try and hit a few down in Vico when I get down there this summer. So, I'm going to surf my way down to Sydney, go inland for a while, then back down to the New South Wales southern coast, and then right around to Lakes Entrance and up through Vicky and back to Queensland.
Nice. Yeah.
So we've got a fit podcast in amongst that somewhere.
Yep. But I'm not going south.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you came north.
Yeah. To get away from south.
I'll buy a decent microphone so we can do podcasts while we're not sitting next to each other.
We like this sit next to each other thing. It's so much easier. It's so much easier for me to edit too. Like it's a lot easier for us to do this. So Andy's driven 3 hours down to my place again for us to do this one. Next one will be. Oh, we can't say where it's going to be, can we?
No, we can't say.
No, because we're going to give away the.
We might give away, but we will have one out again within a couple of weeks. So we'll get back to the 2-week thing at least for a little while.
Might be a nice scenic location for our next one. We'll see, depending on the weather. We might.
Nice view.
Might be outside. Yeah. It'll be a good view.
Righto, everyone.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Don't forget, like, subscribe, all those things you're supposed to do on YouTube and all of that. I can start uploading to Spotify too. Apology time. I haven't been able to upload to Spotify due to NBN restrictions in my house. They're now putting boosters out in the street, and apparently I've got internet back. So I can start uploading. Spotify takes 3 times longer than YouTube for some reason. Don't ask me why. Don't know why, but it takes a lot of bandwidth. So I'm going to upload the last couple of episodes that I haven't done, and we'll be uploading onto Spotify regularly again as well. So sorry to all the Spotify listeners. I know a lot of you guys like to listen to it in the car on the way to the goldfields or on the way to work or whatever. So sorry to all you guys that I haven't been able to do that, but I'll be doing that from now on. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you on the next one from sunny somewhere.
Later.